Alright guys, Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Street Fighter Duel video, and in today's video I'm going to be going over something that I've seen people talking about a fair bit and basically give my opinions on what EX moves I feel you should be targeting. If you're going to be getting these EX moves, these are the priority of what ones I think you should really go for first, okay? So first off, I just want to say that these ones that you can see at the end from Poison's Love Heart straight down, don't go for any of them, right? They can be picked up through idling in story. Sorry, from the eye, from Ryu's eye, so from this one all the way down. Don't summon for any of those guys, okay? Because you can get all of them through idling and you'll eventually, very slowly, but you're eventually going to get to a point where you'll have these leveled to a decent amount where they're actually quite useful. Okay, so straight off the bat, don't touch them. Do not touch them, okay? So, out of the premium EX moves, what should you be targeting first? Okay, so I'm going to do this in reverse order. I'm going to start with the one that is least important in my opinion, and it's this one here. Okay, you might find that a bit strange, but I'll explain why. This one here, I mean, apart from the fact it gives you a boost to your crit rate, right? That's about all it's got going for it in my opinion. The reason I say that is because this move can kill you, right? Doesn't matter who you are. Even if you've got a character in your team like Bison who can revive, this move can kill him. And I've had it happen like many times when using this move. The payoff from using this move is not as great as the punishment for using this move, because the backlash that you get from it can be enough to just absolutely murk you right out of the game, and in my opinion it makes this the least valuable of all the EX moves, and it's the one that I would recommend just staying away from altogether. Now we're also going to look at the resonance in this, and the resonance actually does affect where these EX moves are ranked, but to be honest, doesn't really make much of a difference because I would never summon for one of these simply just to get the resonance, okay? But if you get it up to level 3, this one, Satsu Surge, if deployed in the starting lineup, all allies lose 10% of their current HP but deal 25% more damage. That is pretty decent, right? But that alone, for me, isn't enough of a reason to boost and get this, because if we have a look and we see that 25% that you get for putting Ryu into your starting lineup, if we go and look at Ryu just now, you'll see that I believe it's in here, you can see it. So one of them, is it here? Is it here? Is it in here? It's definitely somewhere. I think it's it, that's it. No. I'm going to find it, give me a second. There we go. So it changes this basically from, instead of losing 15% they lose 10%, and instead of dealing 15% they deal 25%. So they do gain a decent boost, but with the cost of getting those EX moves, I do not think it's enough to prioritise it, because the actual move itself is not something that I would find would be useful for you to use. If you are a mega whale, then yeah, sure, okay, go for it, right, get it to level 3, because having any team with Evil Ryu and having this equipped as his exclusive skill is going to do a lot of stuff for you. But when you're not able to also have the benefit of using the EX move, in my opinion, it's not enough of a reason for you to actually go for this one and prioritise it in any way, shape or form. So next up, third worst I suppose, or second worst, I don't really know how to really, second last priority, something like that, is this one, the new one from Elena. It's not awful, it's by no stretch of the imagination is it awful. We have decent-ish, well no, we do have decent healing skills. The one that really makes this one stand apart is the fact that it will dispel debuffs, right, which is a positive, right? So if you've got it to level 1, it'll dispel 2 debuffs, which is pretty solid, right? It will increase effect resist by 40%. Again, that's pretty solid. Additionally, restores 1% of max HP to all allies for each second for 12 seconds. Again, positive. 4 stars, effect resist increases by 50%, again positive. And finally, additionally, for the next 12 seconds, all allies recover HP equal to 6% of max HP for each successful resist, can only trigger once every 3 seconds. Now that one there, well, it's good in theory, it's only going to work if you're really in a situation where you're able to resist effects, right? So you're not going to see the benefit of that one all the time. While this is good, I just think that we have decent healing EX skills, so it's not enough to make this one kind of stand above the other two that we would look at going for. When we look at Resonance, the plus point here is, unlike the previous move, which only works for Evil Ryu, this one will work for the new Elena and any future Elena most likely, and the old Elena. For the new Elena, it increases the healing amount of Power of Dance to 18% of max HP. Any more healing the unit get is pretty decent. And for standard Elena, it'll increase the HP and defense boost effects of Rhino Hide to 33% of Elena's corresponding stat, right? Which again is decent. However, if we go and look at Elena and we look at her actual character, so we go to here, we go to skills, I believe one is Rhino Hide. Rhino Hides are passive. Dances when the battle begins, increasing the HP and of the allied fighter with the highest attack by 20% of Elena's max HP. So it is a boost to something, but it's not like new, you know. It's decent, you know, but again, would I summon that skill or that EX move simply for that reason? No, I wouldn't, right? Which is why I'm putting it second bottom. Next up, second best in my opinion of the permanent EX moves that we can go for would be Gouken's. Gouken's EX move. Now you can see here it does things like gives you HP bonus, defense bonus, crit rate up, okay, and crit resist as well. So you'll take less damage from crits, you'll also do more crits because you're going to get a boosted crit rate. Grants all fighters a shield equal to 60% of HP lost, capped at 20% of max HP. This shield also increases crit resist by 10% and cannot be dispelled. As it levels up, increases the shield to 70% of HP lost. Pretty good, especially if you pop it quite late, because you'll have lost more HP by that point. It's capped at 24% of max HP. The shield also increases crit resist by 15%. Awesome, more crit resistance. The shield grants immunity to stun. Depending on what you're doing, that could be very good. That could actually help you push content. So that is very solid. And in PvP, you've got units who might be stunning you. If you've got this positioned in the right way, it could be something that could help you survive the battle. Increases the shield to 80% of HP lost. The shield reduces soul damage taken by 25%. Again, depending on your team, depending on your setup, depending on the boss that you're fighting, this could be something that could really help you sustain, move on a lot further, and do a lot more damage because you're able to survive a lot longer. For its resonance, it's going to give increased HP recovery to 35% of max HP on his skill. 35% is a big number. I don't want to go out and check. I can't remember off the top of my head, but all the rest of them it's around about 10%. So I'm expecting that this is probably 25% as it is just now, and it's probably now boosted to 35% because all the rest of them are boosted by 10%. So I expect this to be boosted by about 10% as well, right? So again, very good. The good part about this is the EX move is good and the resonance is good. So you wouldn't just be summoning for this skill to get the resonance, it would be coming off the back of an EX move that is already solid. So that is why I'm quite happy to say that that is the second top priority for EX moves that you might want to be summoning. Finally, we've got what I regard as the best one to go for, which is Akuma's EX move. Okay, so this one's going to give you attack bonus, defense bonus, crit damage, which is what you want, and dodge, right? Crit damage for me and attack bonus is the two best things there. When you're fighting bosses, it's really going to help you shine because you're going to do a lot more. Grants the allied fighter with the highest attack Diva status for 12 seconds for every damage equivalent to 100% of HP dealt while in Diva status. Permanently gain a 5% attack boost that stacks up to 3 times. So if you use this early in the battle, you can get your free stacks off, you can get yourself an additional 15% attack boost for the entire duration of the battle, meaning that every other EX move that comes after this is, depending on what it is potentially going to allow the character who's boosted to do even more damage, right? So the Diva status lasts for 15 seconds, right? It's 12 seconds. It permanently boosts attack to 7% per stack, so 77, 14 and 7 is 22, is that right? 21? 21? Aye, 21% additional attack, which is huge. It's a huge number. Each stack also increases flame damage and soul damage by 5%, and that's at 3 stars. Stacks up to 4 times, that is just going to increase those numbers significantly, which would take you up to what, 28%. And finally, each stack also increases flame damage and soul damage by 7%. That's big numbers, right? So if you're using this on a team that's got the likes of Bison, Flame Blanca, Fashion Blanca, Dalsim, it's all going to make them perform even better, right? This is a top move. This is the top move. Now, if you've got a Kuma who, if you've built them all the way, which will take you time, guys, right? It will take you time. It's going to take you time to get this built up anyway, right? It's going to give you, at 3 stars, Master of the Fist increases damage dealt by 0.6% and reduces damage received by 0.6% for every 1% HP lost. I am going to check that one to see what he does just now as his standard. I do need to put more work into my Akuma. It doubles, right? So it goes from 0.3 to 0.6. That's huge. That's huge. It's like doubling the amount of additional damage he's getting. That is big, right? So if you have a Kuma, that just puts an even bigger cherry on top of the cream pie. I make shit up now when it comes to sayings, right? But for that reason, that should be the one that you go for. Now, don't be like me. Don't just try to pick up all these EX moves, because they don't really do a lot unless they are leveled. You have the odd exception, right? Like, for example, Virgil's EX move. It can keep you alive, right? You had Dante's EX move, which moves the front fighter to the back. Okay, stuff like that. I'll give you a pass. You might want to grab one copy of it. But in general, you should pick a lane and stick to it, much like summoning a character. You want to build these things up. So, in my opinion, throw all your eggs into this basket currently. Go for the Akuma EX move. The Akuma EX move is awesome. It will help you beat more people. It will help you push more content. It will help you do more damage. This is the one to go for. This is the one you should prioritise. Anything other than that, I wouldn't get it until you've got this to at least 3 stars, right? If you want to go long haul, which will take you a lot of time, it will take you a lot of time, right? But if you want to go long haul, getting this all the way up to 5 stars is going to be pretty awesome. But even just at 3 stars, this is going to absolutely pop off for you. You're going to have all that additional boosting, damage, flame damage, soul damage, additional attacks, and you've also got the bonus of getting the resonance, making your Akuma an absolute monster. Anyway guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. I've been Hayzink, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.